Everybody is speaking out on this. The New York Yankees just got an absolutely massive update on one of, if not the biggest question mark of a position the team currently has, with multiple guys playing every single night at the third base spot, with the Yankees fans all being pulled in different directions, trying to decide who they want to see be the third baseman. And now we have another huge update on that as well. And we're going to break all this down. So a lot to discuss, guys. What's up? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. And we're going to jump right into things as always. And guys, if you are part of that 70% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, this is the place to be for all New York Yankees content. We're having a great time on this channel, making multiple videos, and we are making a huge announcement soon as a new member of the team will be joining Yankees Digest. So make sure to stay tuned for all that. But let's jump in to the video because, as I said, a lot to discuss on the front of the New York Yankees, as the third base position has been the biggest question mark the Yankees have. They were expected to directly address it going into the offseason, and they absolutely did not, with guys like DJ Lemahieu, Oswaldo Cabrera, Oswald Peraza, and also Pablo Reyes, all getting reps potentially for that position. And one of the guys who was the favorite, according to Aaron Boone, DJ Lemahieu, went down with an injury, and since then we have not heard much from him, as Lemahieu has been rehabbing a calf injury that he sustained in the first game of spring training. Now, this has been a recurring theme for Lemahieu recently, as after that beautiful 2020 season with the New York Yankees, Lemahieu did regress a little bit and ended up starting to deal with a ton of injuries that really peaked last year when he did not even get to the triple digits in games played, where the once great New York Yankee who was put in third for MVP voting a couple of years back is now falling out of everything to do with the Yankees, getting almost DFA'd until the players stepped in to stop it because of LeMahieu's leadership value and just the overall team chemistry that he brings to the table. But he's dealt with a ton of injuries, and he said he was eager to get back. Aaron Boone saying he wants Lemahieu to get a full spring training in. And now we have a new update from Greg Joyce, who revealed that DJ Lemahieu rejoined the Yankees on Monday, and it wasn't just to get a few days in his home state of Michigan. The veteran infielder is set to work out with the Yankees during their 3 games at Comerica Park, and if he gets through that without any issues, he will likely start a rehab assignment on Friday, according to Aaron Boone. And on top of that, Joyce mentions that because he missed most of spring training, Lemahieu is expected to need a lengthy rehab assignment to get a good amount of at-bats under his belt before he gets activated. Rehab assignments for position players are capped at 20 days, meaning Lemahieu could potentially be back by the end of April, somewhere around that final series of April. The New York Yankees could see their guy back. But as of right now, there is still a big mystery to when we will see DJ Lemahieu step out onto the field once again. So Lemahieu does add more value to that position, or adds another name to that position. That's been dominated right now with Aaron Boone making it a committee. There's been, depending on what the pitching arm is, if it's a lefty, we've seen Oswaldo Cabrera. If it's a righty, we've seen a mix of Oswald Peraza and Pablo Reyes. And, well, the New York Yankees are trying to figure out what works. And DJ Lemahieu is certainly going to be in that mix, especially in regards to facing both righties and lefties, because he has been able to be a great contact bat. But especially when you consider the lefty pitching arm, Lemahieu is going to be a guy whose name gets in there because of the once great contact bat that he had, and the hope that he could somewhat find it again for the New York Yankees and continue to be a good leader and good positional player for the team. Now, a lot of Yankee fans don't believe in that, would rather the Yankees continue to go with their committee instead of running out there with Lemahieu at age 36, but the Yankees need to find whatever the best move is for their team, and until they do, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, just taking a look at things, Lemahieu is a week away from taking live at-bats, according to Aaron Boone, who said it would be a pretty big build-up, and he would want Lemahieu to have a spring training overall. Now, on top of that, Lemahieu, between the 2020 and 2021 seasons, he was great for the Yankees, an OPS of 784, and really, that comes from that elite 2020 season he had, where he had an OPS over 1 and a batting average of 364 with an on-base of 421. Lemahieu was phenomenal in 2020, and though he did take a step back in 2021, he was still a great player for the Yankees. And then after that, things did start to hit the fan a little bit, and Lemahieu started to find less consistency. Till last season in 2024, he ended up hitting with an average of only 204, which is just so far down from what he once was at. Literally once 0.160 down from what he was in 2020. And it has been 5 years, or had been 4 years in fairness, but still, not what you want to see. As LeMahieu's OPS was a 527. The slugging percentage was not good. The on-base percentage wasn't good. And LeMahieu couldn't really find consistency as he was dealing with a bunch of injuries over this time span and only played in around 60 some odd games. So the Yankees did find kind of a bunch of inconsistencies with LeMahieu, and since then, they've been trying and hoping that he can get back, with Aaron Boone even saying that he would never bet against DJ Lemahieu being able to come back, even if most fans would. Now, Oswaldo Cabrera, who's been doing the majority of the third base, has been playing pretty well. He has a .316 batting average with 6 hits, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored in the 7 games that he suited up for and in 21 plate appearances. Now, his average is a .316, but the OPS is .697, so we're not seeing that much power as his slugging percentage is only a .316. However, he is giving the Yankees good fielding and a good batting average, which is something to be happy with if you're a Yankee fan, because it does find you some consistency. Outside of that, we have seen more of a committee approach, where we're seeing all the Oswalds, man. With Oswald Peraza hitting with .364 with 4 hits, a home run, 3 RBIs, and 4 runs scored in the 5 games that Peraza showed up in. He's been great, has an OPS of 1.182, so he's absolutely balling in these few appearances that he's getting. I'm a huge Peraza fan. I've been saying that I want it to be Peraza. I think he's the best player there, and he's showing right now that he looks like it. Peraza has showed up, and the biggest question mark has not been his fielding ability. He's known to be a great fielder. The question was, can his bat hold up? Is he going to be able to do all the things that the New York Yankees need him to do when it comes to hitting? And he'd be at the bottom of the order, but still, it matters to the Yankees that they could find consistency with Peraza. And as of right now, we have started to see that a little bit. So I do think they should continue to go with Cabrera against righties and Peraza against lefties until they figure things out. Pablo Reyes, in the 4 games that he's played, 5 games that he's played, he is yet to get a hit. I don't think he's the guy that they should be moving forwards with. I do imagine he'll get DFA'd or something at some point for the New York Yankees when they have to add guys back, specifically Giancarlo Stanton, who's currently out on the DL with dealing with those elbow injuries. So we'll see what happens there. But as of right now, I think Cabrera and Peraza make more sense than DJ Lemahieu, who has struggled mightily to stay healthy and has just struggled on the field as well. And Greg Joyce said the 36-year-old reported to camp this year feeling good, but anxious to prove that he could still help the Yankees. He was going to have a chance to win the third base job before he got injured, and with Peraza and Pablo Reyes now making up the right-handed hitting half of the platoon with Oswaldo Cabrera, it is sort of crowded, but it's not a crowd that, LeMahieu wouldn't be able to break into. It's not going to take much, given Peraza and Cabrera have both shown some promise right now. So there is a world where LeMahieu is just basically going to be on the bench with this team now in a platoon role, which honestly makes the most sense for where he's at right now in his career, dealing with the injuries. But it does make for an interesting storyline to see what the Yankees are going to do. You know, Aaron Boone is going to favor LeMahieu over some of these other guys because, well, the Yankees love their old people, so we'll see that happen. But truly, I don't think we're going to see much of DJ LeMahieu anymore. He's been dealing with a bunch of injuries, and it just feels like his time has passed. But guess we'll see. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.